For 5A, the topic is solve for money. So you're either solving for your ending amount of money or your starting amount of money. So here we have just kind of the breakdown of what the little pieces of the equation mean. So Y is your ending amount of money, A is your starting amount of money, B is your growth or decay of the account, but usually it's growing because it's got 100% of your money in it, and then added to that is the interest that you earn at every calculation. So every time the interest is calculated, you would earn that much. And then X is the number of times the interest is calculated or compounded. So we're going to try this with question number 2 from the notes, which says you spend $50 on a savings bond and it earns interest quarterly. The annual interest rate is 6.0%. And so after 10 years, how much would you expect to earn back on the bond? So I always start with the pieces of the equation. As a reminder, here's the original equation. So I need to know what is Y, what is A, what is B, what is X. However, I definitely will not know one of them because I'll have to solve for one of them. And so if it says how much would you earn back after 10 years, that is the piece I don't know. I start with $50. So that is my A. My B is going to be 100% of my money that's already in there plus a certain amount. And so since the interest is being earned quarterly, what's happening is I'm taking that 6% and I'm dividing it up among 4 quarters. And so quarter 1, I'm going to earn 1.5%. In quarter 2, I'm going to earn another 1.5%. Quarter 3, I'll earn another 1.5%. And then quarter 4, I will earn the last 1.5%. And that will total altogether my 6% for the year. So the 1.5% is how much I earn every time it's calculating. So 1.5% every time interest is calculated because it's calculated 4 times a year. So that adds up to the 6% interest. This is actually a better deal than just 6% calculated once. So I'm going to keep this as a percentage until I have everything put together. So this is 101.5%. Then I'm going to change it into a decimal. So that is the pro tip for you. Keep it as a percentage until you have one number for B. Then you would turn it into a decimal. So I've got my A, my Y I don't know. And then finally my X value is going to be, it's happening for 10 years, but it's happening 4 times a year. 4 quarters every year. So that means that X is actually 40. The interest is being calculated 40 times. So now I'm going to take this equation of Y equals A times B to the X, and I'm going to put in the parts. So I don't know what Y is, but I know that A is 50. And I know that B is 1.015. And then I know that it's being calculated 40 times at that percentage. So I'll just put that into Desmos. So I'm going to pull up Desmos. I have 50 times, so 50 times 1.015 raised to the 40. And that tells me 90.7009, etc. So 90 point, now I've forgotten it. 7009. And this is an amount of money. So that means I need to keep 2 decimal places and look at the neighbor to see if I should stay at 70 cents or round up to 71 cents. So it should stay at 70 cents. Okay, so after 10 years, I will earn back $90.70 on that. So then there's a question down here that says, what was the old formula? And the old formula for this was the, I have it here somewhere, the A equals, here it is. The A equals P times 1 plus R. That is not the old formula. I want the one with the N in it. This was the old formula, where N is the number of times that the interest is calculated in a year. So that is the old formula for this. So we can write that one down. If you are using the old formulas, this is optional. This is like up to you if you want to use it or not. Number of times per year interest is calculated. And that happens here and also here. T is the number of years. R is the rate as a decimal. The interest rate as a decimal. So in this case, it would just be the 0.06. The 1, that's the 100. P is your principal or your starting money. And A is your account balance or your ending money. So all we've done is we've replaced the A with a Y, replaced the P with an A, and 1 plus R over N is your B, and N times T is your X. So you are welcome to do it using the old Alg 2 formula if you would like. Okay, so what principal is needed? So now we're solving for our starting value in the next video.